Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I went to Caroline Bay in Timaru and I decided to film my experience. In this video, I'm going to be rating the rides that I rode on from 0 to 10. Just a heads up, I didn't go on every single ride. One, because I only had $100 and I only spent 50 because, well, the weather was turning to custard. And all the other rides were either too big of lines or they were just too childish for me. So one of the rides that I was going to go on, because I went on most of my favourite ones, the Roundup, I didn't end up going on the Roundup because, well, it started raining. I was filming on the Ferris wheel and you could see lightning off in the distance. I didn't manage to capture it on camera, but I did voice my concern when I was in the line. So, yeah. So I'm just going to rate my experience. I'm rating my experience from how much the ride cost, how long the ride was, how fun the ride was, and also a lot more other bits. So, here we go. So the first ride I decided to ride on was the Hurricane. This one spins you around at speed, and it also enforces a lot of G-force on you as the arms extend with you in the cart, and kind of tries to fire you up to the sky. You'll see what I mean very shortly. On the Hurricane. The G-forces, man. Sick. So that was really fun. The ride, like, dollars were $10 for the 3 minutes and 10 seconds. I would say that would be money well spent if you want a thrill. But for me personally, if the ride was not 3 minutes and was more like 4 or 5, I say money would be well spent considering that the ticket price was $10. So if money wasn't a factor, I would definitely rate this a 10 out of 10 because 1, you get the thrill, 2, you get the noise, and 3, your heart pumps very, very fast, which is kind of what you want and what you like in a high thrill ride. So instead of rating it a 10 out of 10, I'm going to rate it an 8 out of 10. This is because of the money. Even if the ticket price was lower, I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10. But as it's just $10 for the 3 minutes, I feel like this is a fair price. So the next ride we're moving on to is going to be the Plane. So this one I used to love really, really much as a kid because it was just so much fun. As an adult, it's just a fancy swing. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't give me the same thrill factor as the Hurricane because it's just spinning you around. You can sometimes get a little bit excited about it, but it's more like more for the younger age instead of the older. Don't get me wrong, I went on it. There were lots of other kids and adults on it. Some of them were just looking after their children, or they were teenagers and they just wanted a fun, chill ride. So here's what that looks like. Rightio, we're in. I'll wait for the ride to start up before I can. I'll continue filming once it's going. this Charoplane ride actually finished at 4 minutes and 53 seconds. I didn't include the rest of the visuals because, well, there wasn't much apart from me just going like this and being spinning around the whole time. I got the weirdest looks doing that because I was obviously in full view, just going. But anyway, so I can't remember the price for this one. I believe it was either the $6 or the $10 version. I think it was $6 or around $6. My brain was not good and I wasn't in a great mindset of actually looking at the prices. I specifically remember the Hurricane because I was like, ooh, that's a wee bit of I can't speak. That's a wee bit of money to spend for that ride, but why not? I'll go for it. I'll pay 20 and get 2 tickets. I forgot to mention that I bought 2 tickets for the Hurricane so I could have a personal one of myself. So obviously, in my mind, even though I knew that the Hurricane was expensive, I decided to have another one because it was well worth the thrill. Man, I love spending money. Not. Anyway, so that the Charoplane ride lasted for 4 minutes, and I forgot the seconds. And if it's a chill ride, you can make it kind of fun. You can do what I started to do. It didn't work out very well. I started turning my body so that my swing would kind of go like this. I probably shouldn't have been doing that, but I did it anyway because I actually found, personally, it was a bit boring. For the $6 price for the 4 minutes, I think it was really good. Again, I'm unsure of the price. For $10, I would say it would also be like a pretty decent deal because you get 4 minutes instead of the, what was it, 3 minutes before on the Hurricane. So with that in mind, if you like nice chill rides, this is definitely a ride for you. It spins you around. There's not much G-force. It just kind of feels like you're flying. I guess that's not the proper way to say it. All I can say is that it feels nostalgic for whatever reason. So I would say this would be for the if you're a chill person, this would definitely be like a 9 out of 10 because you get that like calm feeling and you also get to like just look at everything, the sky, the other rides, and the people looking at you. I guess if you don't feel comfortable people seeing you, which is like they're just looking for their own children on the ride. For thrill factor, I'd say probably about a 3. I say that because there's not much thrill. You're literally just being spun around. Although then again, some people might find it quite thrilling if they don't really want to go on like a ride that makes them feel really uncomfortable, like for instance the Hurricane, Roundup, or the Octopus. Speaking of the Octopus, that's our next ride coming up. So let's go have a look at that. Next up, the Octopus. We're on. Right, flip camera time. We're starting, boys. I love this ride. Absolutely love it. Well, here we go. It's gonna get nasty, guys. Oh! There you go, boys. Wow! Yeah, so anyway, so the next one we're going to go to is we're going to go to the Ferris wheel over there, and then we're heading to, then we'll go to the roundup, and that'll be fun. I have no idea how the audio quality is, but anyway, so that's the plan. And next we will go to, we may try out the dodgems, but it's just the dodgems. I mean, it's not that fun really. Yeah. Peace. So the Chiro plane was really fun, and it actually lasted a total of 6 minutes and 33 seconds. I found this ride the most enjoyable. The one reason I have is that the price was nice. It was $10, just like the Hurricane, but you got so much more time. And this ride not only is a thrill, but it's unpredictable. Your cart rotates, the direction of the arms change. That's kind of why it's called the octopus, because instead of it going like this the whole time, it can go like this with your cart spinning on the end, and it makes this really cool effect, almost like an octopus moving. So if you're really into thrills, this one is the funnest out of most of the rides there. Personally, the Hurricane and the Roundup are the best, but the octopus, man, it's fun. Well worth the money, well worth the wait in the line. Although when it comes to New Year's, you kind of wish it was slightly longer, but yeah, you got to let everyone else have a try on it. The line gets massive at New Year's. I just happened to pop in when it wasn't New Year's. So, yeah, well worth the money. Relatively good time on the ride. It's so much fun. Thrill is through the roof. Chilliness underground. I don't know why I'm there. Anyway, I'm having a good time making this video. I don't usually have a lot of fun like this. So I would very recommend this. I recommend this ride as like should be one of the go-tos before any other ride. The octopus seems to get a lot more customers wanting to get on it, because I noticed just the Ferris wheel and the octopus had these massive lines, while the other ones had some queuing, but it wasn't massive. Of course, this changes when it comes to New Year's Eve or day. So the results, yeah, I'd still go on the octopus again. I would go on it a lot more if I had more money, but this satisfied my wants for most of the day there. So yeah, highly recommend if you really are into the thrill and being thrashed around. My mum nicknamed the octopus the neck breaker because she didn't have a good time on it, and every time she got off it, her neck would always be sore. Um, one thing I will add before we move on to the next one is don't let your neck go like this when you're going around. Just don't let it do that, okay? Straight, hands on the rails or hands under the rails, and hold your device, or just hands on the rails. Yes, so that was one of the funnest rides there. Next, we're moving on to the Ferris wheel. I mentioned the Roundup before. We didn't manage to get on that. And the Dodgems, I was also going to go on that, but the weather, again, played a massive part in this. Okay, next, the Ferris wheel. Okay, guys, I'm at the front of the line. And I just saw lightning, and we're going on a massive wheel made of metal. Well, it storms a wee bit, so that's going to be fun. It's like those guys get off and go on it. G'day. Thank you.
Right. Try not to drop the phone.
I'll try my best. Right, so they're just going to load up the carts. So what I'll do is I'll pause until everyone's on, okay? We got a good view up here from the tippy top of the Ferris wheel. With everyone sitting for music. You can get a nice good view from here what the next ride's gonna look like when we go on it. So that's the next one, and then we have to pack up because it's starting to rain. So, oh well, is what it is. News update, there are 2 more carts before we completely get going. Okay, see you guys shortly. Right, we're gonna kick off shortly. This whole thing. Oh, that's an amazing feeling. Ferris wheel, it was really fun. I ended up being the first one on and the last one off. So I was in cart 1, and cart 1 was the last one to be taken off, which I guess makes sense because I was the first one on. My brain has just left the room. It turns out that my camera decided that it didn't want to film anymore, and that's why it abruptly cut off this time. I was going to film the whole thing. But then after trying to record a wee bit more, I found out that my phone ran out of storage again. And the storage is not upgradable on my phone. And to be honest, I don't really want to have a hard drive plugged into it just dangling there all the time. It just doesn't look right. So if anyone has any options or knows anything that can be adapted to an AO4 Android phone, please let me know, because it would really benefit me. So I wasn't actually able to find out the full time that the Ferris wheel ran to because my phone stopped recording. So I'm going to assume, and I'm probably not correct, it was roughly 7 minutes. So I can't even remember the price, which is the problem. I believe the Ferris wheel must have been $5. Someone please correct me if I'm wrong. The line was big. It was a fun feeling. Thrill, I want to say, was around 5, and chillness was around, I'm gonna say 8, because it was a chill. It was nice and calm, but then there was a bit of thrill as you went down the other end, because it almost feels like you've got no control and you're falling. If you're into thrills, there's a really nice feeling as you come down. It's like an exciting feeling, and it almost feels slightly like free fall. If you've never experienced free fall, you should go to the Mount Hutt skydiving place, as I jumped out of a perfectly good airplane. I have been wanting to release the footage, but I can't find the footage, so that is what it is, I guess. But yeah, 10 out of 10. Great price, and yeah, just all-time fun. So that concludes the part of rating the rides of Timaru. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found this video educational or useful. As a channel, I don't usually do this kind of content. I just did it for the sake of it. Sorry about the incorrect price. It depends on whether my memory was good enough. I know for a fact the Hurricane was definitely $10. The Cheroplane or the Octopus was $10. And I just can't remember off the top of my head the Ferris wheel. The Ferris wheel could have actually been $5, but to be completely correct, I wouldn't know. So next time, if I decide to do this again, I will at least try to take photos of the pricing, and also try as many rides as I can. So I had a lot of fun making this video, and again, I hope you found something useful out of this. The video clips, I talked about lightning and the clouds. That weather ended up following me and my dad home to here, and let's just say that got out of hand. So I will just include a image of the state of our yard as it hailed really big, really hard. We had hail that was about this size that grew to about that size. Like normal hail goes to almost a marble size. So I'll do a follow-up video after this about the entire storm. Anyway, enough talking. Have a happy new year, and we'll see you in the next one. Talk to you then. Bye.